They say that in Sleepy Hollow, the veil between the living and the dead is just a little thinner. The air hums differently there, heavy with history, resting with whispers. Shadows stretch long beneath the headstones of tycoons, dreamers, and the damned. Beneath the oak and the marble angels, the asters sleep beside the Rockefellers, Elizabeth Arden, and Andrew Carnegie. And not far from them all, the man who gave the village its ghostly fame, Washington Irving. But the question that still echoes through the Hollow Hills isn't where he lies. It's what he woke. Was the legend of Sleepy Hollow a tale spun from imagination, or did Irving simply write down what was already lurking there, waiting to be named? Tonight we saddle up and we ride through the fog to find out. Hey y'all, this is Hauntmates and we're your host.
I'm Jeffrey Anderson.
And I'm Mallory Anderson. And today we're going to be talking about Sleepy Hollow.
That's really cool. And it's
Yeah.
even cooler because
We went.
yeah.
Yeah. And that was a hard trip.
That was a hard
That was a hard trip. So we went there. We went to Sleepy Hollow just because you had a wedding there.
I had a wedding in New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, St. Clair?
Yeah, St. Clair, I think.
Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, it was so cute and picturesque. When we were like in the town walking
Yeah.
around, we had pizza. I loved how the city came and were watering the plants that were on
Yeah.
the street. Like,
And also, it was
cute.
like the middle of July when we went.
yes.
And it was weird being able to sit outside on a patio in July and not be covered in sweat.
It was
like here in
so
Texas.
beautiful. I could have cried.
Same.
It was amazing. It almost reminds me whenever I went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
In the middle of this is the year that we were having like triple digit summers. And when we finally got to Tennessee, we were like, oh, 85 degrees. Oh, let's go patio. No one was sitting in the patio. It was just us. And then the girl that was serving us was talking about how it's just so hot. And we're like, oh, it feels great to us. Like,
You're like-
it's 110 at home.
You're like, it's like 25 degrees less than it is back home.
Yeah, we weren't sweating. It was nice. But what made this trip hard, even though we were going for fun, like it was fun. Like we went, for a wedding, and the people that we photographed their wedding, it was like distant, like friends,
Yeah.
We went to photograph friends. So it was a good time, So what made the trip hard is that me and Jeffrey have been going through infertility for 2 years. And so when we got there, this is when we were like really trying. And I ended up starting my period. Sorry, I don't know if that's gross to people, but whatever. But I ended up starting my period. So obviously very not pregnant. And it was just hard. And I kind of got I don't know if I got sick or if I was just emotionally drained.
I think you're just emotionally drained.
Yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, go have fun, this and that. And you're having to deal with the emotional trauma.
Yeah, the emotional roller coaster of...
Yeah, it's just hard, But I was at brunch with some girlfriends and we were talking and I was telling them how I did get a reading, like a psychic reading. This was 2 years ago. And so I'm kind of interested to see if she's right. But
Yeah.
she did predict that we would have children and it would be like a natural situation. Oh yeah, so we're going to live life this year. So we're going to go travel.
We're living life.
Yeah, we're going to go live life. So
We're going to Amsterdam.
yeah, so if y'all have like any
Recommendations in Amsterdam.
anything. And also too, we're going to go to Paris.
Yeah.
Just for I think 2 days and then a couple days in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Because Amsterdam seems like a really good hub to bounce around.
Yeah.
So we're going to be bounce as much as we can.
Yeah, we got some stuff planned already.
Yeah. We're going to go to the Anne Frank house.
Yep.
This is going to sound really weird, but I could really use going to the Anne Frank house right now. I need a good cry.
Yeah.
Because talking about it right now, I'm on my period and I need a good cry.
You need a good cry.
Yeah. It's so weird. I had the best day today. And then when you got home, I just was like, I need a hug. I just need to cry it out. It's the weirdest thing. It's psychological with periods.
Yeah.
I know.
From what you've said.
Yeah. I know you've witnessed it.
Yeah.
But I would love for you to experience not just the physical aspect of it, but just the emotional, mental distress you go through.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
I could imagine.
And you just got to be going through life and, oh yeah, you got to go to work and, whatever.
Just got to do this, got to do that.
Yeah. You're emotionally just up and down, with your hormones, and then you're cramping, you don't feel good, you're bloating, so everything's tighter and it hurts, and it just perks of being a girl. So anyways, we're going to go talk about...
We're going to talk about Sleepy Hollow now.
But out of the experience, I will say I had a fucking blast
So did I.
going to Sleepy Hollow. It was the coolest experience ever.
It was fucking awesome.
So when we went to Sleepy Hollow, we went to the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery because, duh,
Yeah.
obviously, right? So when we went, we did a, not like a haunted tour. I guess, I don't know if those are just reserved for Halloween only, but ours was like a historical tour. But at the same time, it was really fucking cool. But also, too, I really enjoy history.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so it was really
cool.
fun. And it was like nighttime, and you had like the lanterns.
Like the legitimate, like old school lanterns that were like gas powered and kerosene powered, not gas.
No, it was beautiful.
It was amazing.
Stop. When I saw those, I wished I was wearing like a white flowy dress.
Yeah.
And just barefoot with a kerosene little lantern. Yeah. Stop. It's so spooky whimsy. I love it.
It was really good. And then also, we had White Castle for the first time.
We did have White Castle for the first time.
Yep.
That shit is bomb.
That shit was good.
It hit.
Yeah.
It hit. We were like, wow, get it.
They're on to
Get
something.
it. Yep, we understand.
And now we're getting one here
Oh, are we really?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
by Nebraska Furniture Mart,
Oh, seriously?
in that area.
I was so drive all the way over there. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Yep.
So when we were going to the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, again, when I was mentioning in the intro, is that there's a lot of elite that is buried there, which I was kind of surprised on.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so the who's who of society back in the day. So a lot of elite back in the golden era or golden age is buried there. So there's the Astors, which the Astors, they founded the St. Regis Hotel. And just a little tidbit, because I love this shit. John Jacob Astor IV was actually the richest person to die on the Titanic. So this is how elite it is, right? So the Rockefeller family, obviously we know who they are.
Yeah.
John D. Rockefeller is known to be the world's first billionaire and is considered to be the wealthiest American in history. And then the spa and queen cosmetic herself, Elizabeth Arden with the Red Door Spa. And then there's also Andrew Carnegie of Carnegie Hall and many more. I love Andrew Carnegie. I love him so much. He seemed like he was the most selfish human being of just being so rich and just giving it back. I really was in awe of like how much he gave back when we learned about it.
Yeah.
And then George Jones, the creator of the New York Times Magazine. And of course, the writer, the legend of Sleepy Hollow himself, Washington Irving. And so when we were there, we learned that Irving was actually involved in the concept of the cemetery, partly because he wanted to be buried in the area of his stories that brought the fame to the village.
Yeah.
And then also, too, I thought it was really neat that Washington Irving coined the term Gotham City.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
How is that not how was that with him and not the people that created Batman?
Yeah, no shit.
It's so fitting, though.
It is.
I can only imagine what he would think of modern New York.
Yeah.
Because whenever we learned that on the tour that night, our hotel, because we were staying at the New Yorker, and our hotel overlooked the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
And so it was so beautiful.
It
Oh my
was.
God, it was so pretty. And when we were looking out, I was just like, yeah, it's Gotham City.
It is.
It's so, like, I get it.
Same. But it's also really close to New York City too, isn't it?
Well, I don't know how, like, they feel up north, if it's far or close, but to me as a Texan, it's close.
It's like, what, like 40 minutes from New York?
Yeah, it's close as hell.
Yeah. I think it was like 40 minutes from New York City and like 45 from where we were staying at in Jersey.
Yeah, and I'm like, just me commuting to work right now, I'm driving almost 2 hours to work.
Yeah.
So one day it was 2 hours. So to me, it's close.
Yeah. In Texas terms, that is close.
In Texas terms, that is close. Exactly. So when talking about this Sleepy Hollow legend, everyone wants to know, is it true or if it's just folklore, right? Because what a fucking story.
Yeah, what a fucking story.
Exactly. So the question has haunted people since the beginning. It seems that Irving really truly blended like the line between like fact and fiction with a lot of spooky sprinkled in for drama because of course, right?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Drama. And so Irving lived in New York City, but when he was a teenager in 1798, he traveled to Sleepy Hollow to get away from yellow fever that was outbreaking everywhere. So do we think yellow fever?
We could.
You know, there with some bad, there is some good.
Exactly.
And it's so crazy that to think if maybe this didn't happen, that sick, like if yellow fever wasn't happening, would Washington Irving have ever created the story? I actually don't think he would.
I don't think he would have.
No, I think he was heavily inspired.
He would have just wrote a story called Gotham.
He would have created Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. That's pretty good. So, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is a short story by Washington Irving and published in 1820. So, the story is about a headless horseman who terrorizes the village of Sleepy Hollow. The story is set against the backdrop of the Revolutionary War. Irving didn't invent the idea of a headless rider, though. The tale of a headless horseman can be actually traced back all the way to the Middle Ages, including stories from Brothers Grimm, and you can also find stories similar in Ireland, Germany, and Scotland.
That's fucking cool.
It's so cool. And I'm actually going to talk about the coolest one right now that I think. They're all really cool, but to me, this one is just very metal. So I'm going to see if you agree. So in Ireland, they call it the Dullahan or the Dullahan. It's a wicked fairy that when you finally see it, it will represent you're dying right then. Fast death.
Quick death.
Quick death. You're gone. And he typically is depicted as riding a horse, carrying his head under his arm. So very Sleepy Hollow, right?
Very on brand for Sleepy Hollow.
Very on brand for Sleepy Hollow. And in another version, he is a coachman on a black carriage who also carries his own head under his arm.
What's up with these people holding their heads under their arms?
That just seems...
Tiring.
Yeah.
I mean, because the head weighs like...
The head weighs 8 pounds.
Let's say it's like between 8 and 12 pounds, I thought.
I'm sure there's people with 20-pound heads. I don't know. I'm just joking. But yeah, I think it's like the average human head weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah.
I got a big one. I know my head weighs more than your head. You don't say no. You just giggle and laugh.
I just laugh.
Like, I know my head weighs more than yours. We should wear heads.
I was about to say future us, weigh our heads.
Yes. Future us, note, wear heads after this. We're really going to do this. I really want to know.
Oh, yeah.
I really think my head's bigger because I have to buy if I'm buying like a hat, it's not a medium, it's going to be like a large, you know?
Yeah.
So going back to this, so some believe that his spirit is actually a Celtic god called Cronduff, worshipped in Ireland until the arrival of Christian missionaries until the 6th century with human sacrifices. Because of course, right? This is definitely very medieval.
Medieval metal.
It is so metal, right? Like blood, sacrificing. Is it Christianity or is it metal?
We'll never know.
So with the rise of Christianity, he was suppressed, thus turning him into what we now know as the Dullahan, or the Dullahan. Dullahan. Tomato, tomato. So he can still collect souls. He wields a whip made from human corpse spine. It keeps getting more metal. And so when he stops writing, a death will occur. So when he calls a name at which he points to, you die.
I could see like a crooked ass fucking finger that looks like it's had like frostbite for
Yes, like very very witchy.
Yeah.
Very corpse-like coming out.
But I mean, it doesn't get much more metal than the fucking human spine whip.
Isn't that crazy?
Fucking put that on a Cannibal Corpse album cover.
What in the Bone Temple is going on?
The new one should be called the Boner Temple.
We're going to name 28 inches.
28 years later is now 28 inches later. And the Bone Temple is the Boner Temple.
I love it.
Because if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you've seen it, you know.
And I
haven't seen the Bone Temple yet.
it just came out.
It did it? Yeah. I'm waiting for, I hate to say it, I'm just waiting for that one to come out on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
Stream.
Yeah, I mean, so there was an interview with Voldemort, because you know Voldemort's in it.
Oh, yeah.
There was with him and then the guy that plays Samson. You remember which one Samson is, right?
No, I don't.
Fucking Hogman, 28 inches later.
Oh, yep. Now I remember him.
Old boy flopping his hog out there.
I'm like, what? The name? Oh, the package. I remember it.
Yep. They both did an interview together, and the interviewee was like, the person who was interviewing him was like, did y'all keep anything from the set? And fucking the dude that plays Samson goes, yeah, I kept the fake penis like that. And Voldemort literally no shit without dropping a beat. I can't remember his name. Ralph Fiennes, that's his name. Not Voldemort, but he's always Voldemort in my mind. He literally looks at him and goes, damn, that's where that went. I really wanted to keep that.
I mean, how iconic, though.
Yeah. And it's just,
That is hilarious.
he just looks like this at the camera. Just after that, like, son of a bitch, that's where that went.
Like, this motherfucker got it.
I mean, of course he got it. He's the one that had to fucking wear it.
Yeah, rightfully so. He deserves to
Yeah.
keep it. I mean, I don't think they're going to want to keep that.
Yeah, no shit.
This isn't something that they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we're going to go and display this at a museum, you know.
Yeah.
I would go see it. I would go to a horror museum. Horror penises. That and then Nosferatu. I'd buy a ticket. That's the real stuff we want to see. No. That'd be brilliant.
That would be brilliant. Future me, start a company of horror dicks.
I like how we're just like, future self, do this. Future self, do that. And then speaking of future self, I want to go back to Scotland. I'm back to talk about Scotland. I want to go back. Yeah. On the way home today, on the way home after brunch, I was listening to the Outlander soundtrack.
Shit's so good.
It just does something for me. I can't explain it.
Right? Is that song?
Sing me a song.
Yeah.
From my last city's
Why did I say take me away?
Because take us back to Scotland. Take us away. If you are to go to Scotland, be wary of this one, okay? So in Scotland. So in Scotland, there is one called Eowyn. So unlike other headless horsemen, Eowyn was an actual person prior to being known as Eowyn the Headless. So he was known for having a rather small head, not like me. That is so fucking funny. We're talking about our heads earlier.
And not like Samson either.
We're talking about... Stop. That was too good. I can't. Props to you on that one.
I had to stop.
I had to do like the clock the T. Like
it was in my head.
That. Okay. Anyways, what's happening? So yeah, he was known to have a rather small head compared to the rest of his body, and people believed he wasn't the brightest clan member because of it. People are really just mean.
They are.
Like, no matter what year it is, people are just mean to be mean. Poor thing.
They are.
I would have traded heads with you. It would probably look normal on me, and then you could have had the bigger head. You could take this extra large. I would take the small. So... Eowyn married a dominant woman that was known to pick on him from morning until night. Poor thing. You got a small head. You got a mean bully wife. People are making fun of you. You're getting bullied from your spouse to your out in public. Poor thing.
For real. No wonder he's going to become the headless horseman.
Yeah, like I hope he's no wonder he's going to be like a vicious like person, entity. So. And that's why we got to treat people nicely, people, okay? Because you never know what they may come back as,
True.
Because let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know. So his father, now elderly, and his nagging wife was pushing him to make sure that he would inherit the castle for the clan in the lands, right? So this turned into a brutal argument. And during the argument, Eowyn eventually hit his dad over the head with a sword. That move got his dad so angry, a clan battle was born. The day before the clan battle, Eowyn took a walk through the nearby woods. He approached a washerwoman sitting at the river. The woman was hunched over with long hair and long drooping breast. Why was that in the description? What is going on with this episode? Why is it so...
Or are we talking about 28 inches later and
We're talking about so many different body parts between like my menstrual cycle,
Yeah.
different heads, 2 different heads that people will have sometimes.
Saggy boobs.
I mean,
Did they like catch the water?
if I was that woman, I would come back to haunt any motherfucker that described me with long drooping boobs.
For real? Oh my God.
I would literally like take my long drooping boob and be like, bam,
fucking
bam, yeah.
fucking nunchuck him around.
Nunchuck him. You gonna make fun of me, motherfucker? Slap. So, this poor lady. So she was washing the clothes that were not dirty, and as she does, blood starts to run from them into the stream. The washerwoman is known to be a fairy and a bad omen to be seen. And of course, he sees it. And so he thought it would be a good idea to sneak up behind her, take her breast in his mouth, and start to suckle.
What the fuck?
I am not making this up. This is what I found. Again, who knows how much this is
Who knows how true this story is?
exactly. Like,
But I mean, that seems like some sketchy shit someone would do back in the.
I don't know. Maybe he was like, "Oh, I don't get it. I don't understand where this is going." And so he lies and he tells her that he is her firstborn. This caused her to grant him a wish. So he lied and was like, "No, I'm your baby."
Kind of weird kinks did they have in the 1800s or 1600s or BCs or whatever the fuck this was?
So since she was like, "Oh yeah, you're my kid that I totally remember having. Here, come take a little suckle.
You want the other one?
You want to switch out?
Let me pick it up out of the water.
Let me clean the blood off of that. It started randomly dripping off the clothes for no reason. What is happening? Watch it be a poor girl that was just randomly attacked and she got her period and that's where the blood and all this comes from. I could see the story being an actual different story if this is even somewhat true, you
Yeah.
know? And so he lies and tells her that, you know, again, he was a firstborn. So when he asked for the wish, he wished that to know the outcome of the battle. And when she replied with, "If tomorrow morning you are given butter with your porridge without asking, then you'll be victorious." So this made him mad. And then he cursed the washerwoman like an idiot because
Curse someone that tells you your future? That doesn't seem like a good idea.
that is a known entity in your land. Like, come on. Like, so the morning of the battle, Ewan was not served butter with his porridge, and he even screamed about it. So he screamed, quote, the servants we have are terrible, and they don't bring me butter with my porridge," unquote. So during the battle, Ewan receives a blow that would decapitate him, leaving him to be slumped over on his saddle on top of his horse. Not gonna lie, I don't care for Ewan.
Yeah, me either.
But also too, I don't know. I don't want to get like too deep about like the psychological of being bullied so relentlessly that it may change like who you
are.
who you are and like how do you react to things. But I really would love to know the true lore of this.
Yeah.
If I'm even remotely on it, you know?
Yeah.
So in Germany, Heschen, he's a soldier who inspired the famous American folklore figure from Washington Irving's Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So the ghost is said to be a spirit of a trooper that was killed by a cannonball in a battle of White Plains in around Halloween in 1776. So the soldier is believed to be buried in an unmarked grave in the old Dutch cemetery located right next to the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery that Irving himself was buried at. So if you're wondering how Irving was inspired by a German story all the way from upstate New York, USA, it is because Sleepy Hollow had a lot of Dutch that settled in that area. And also too, with that guy being buried there, they think that seen the name, all that, right?
Yeah.
And then in Ryland, so in some Ryland tales, the headless horsemen are ghosts who roam the earth to atone for their sins. They kill victims by decapitating them by simply just touching them. So powerful. They might do a good deed for a stranger, but a handshake will kill the person unless a tree branch was held between them. So a tree branch would die instead of the stranger.
It's interesting.
So another German tale, Braunschweig, is a tale that features a headless horseman who blows a horn to warn hunters against riding the next day to prevent an accident. And in some versions, this figure, known as the Wild Huntsman, is a man condemned to a never-ending hunt as punishment for hunting on the Sabbath.
Sounds metal.
It's all very metal. And then Dresden, and I'm really hoping I'm pronouncing all these right. So Dresden is one tale from the Brothers Grimm collection. Tells a story of a woman gathering acorns in a forest, and then she hears a hunting horn, and upon looking, sees a headless man in a long gray coat on a gray horse. And then traveling back home. So in South Texas, say it, Jeff.
El Muerte.
He's often said to be a Mexican bandit named Vial, who was depicted as a Texas Ranger. The legend describes how his body was tied upright to a wild horse, with his severed head tied to a saddle horn, and was sent to ride forever as a terrifying example. This figure, also known as the Dead One, is said to be seen riding through South Texas bush country, a ghost that cannot be killed as bullets have no effect on him. His headless figure can sometimes be seen silhouetted against the moonlight as he rides a wild Mustang, which some accounts say make a thunderous sound with his hooves. But be careful to see him because he is known to be a bad omen as well. And so anyone that crosses his path will be said to be cursed with misfortune. But if you want to see him, travel to the Rome Plains of South Texas, particularly in Jim Wells, Duval, and Live Oak counties. So it seems like all of these headless horsemen are bad omens.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're bad omens. That it's like imminent death. I feel.
Yeah, like when you see them, nothing good's about to happen. So no wonder, like in Washington Irving's tale, everyone's always depicted by running away when they see the headless horseman in terror.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw a dude riding a fucking horse without a fucking head, I mean, you'd freak out too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, this is how I die.
This is it. And two, I can almost see maybe, what is real and what is not. Like, could this been just a silly little prank that had just gone too far where they see it and they think it's real? But for all these different stories to be in different locations.
Yeah. It has to be some kind of weird.
It has to be a connection.
Yeah. Weird connection. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. It has to be something right there, right?
Yeah.
I was wanting to make a joke that maybe in South Texas, anything we always mention in South Texas, spooky, I'm just going to be like, Jasper's there.
Jasper's there?
Jasper's there.
And the fucking Chupacabra.
Jasper.
And HEB.
I love me an HEB.
Fucking A.
It's so magical. But I love how all these stories, like, even though, again, they are all bad omens, I really do enjoy that they're all very similar in the sense that they do have headless, they're all headless, and they do represent bad omens.
Yeah.
I do think there's something to be said about that.
There's definitely something about that.
And so the horseman rides on, whether born from fevered imaginations or something darker that stalked the woods at Sleepy Hollow. His legend endures, a warning that some tales don't die. They just trade their head for eternity. Beneath the same moon that once lit Washington Irving's quill, the graves of powerful still whisper, Astor, Rockefeller, Arden, Carnegie, all resting in the same earth where fiction and truth became one. Maybe that's where Sleepy Hollow really is, a reminder that even the rich and the restless must one day answer the call of the unknown. But tell us, do you believe in the Headless Horseman still rides? Or was Irving simply haunted by something only he could see? We would love to hear your theories, your own stories, and your strange encounters, especially if you have one about a Headless Horseman. Email us at howdy@hauntmates.com. And you might just hear your story on our listener tales. And I don't know if we're still calling them listener tales, haunt tales. We're going to figure it out, but go ahead and submit them, okay?
Just go ahead and submit your stories. We're going to talk about it at some point.
Yeah, I just don't know what I want to officially name them, you know?
Me either. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're just kind of doing this as we go, right? If you enjoyed tonight's ride through the Hollow, share it with a friend and make sure to follow and leave us a review. It helps more lost souls find their way to Hauntmates. Until next time, keep your lanterns lit, your head held high, and if you hear hoofbeats behind you in the dark, don't look back, run.